customer service management class. My name is Denis, and I'll be the one facilitating this program. Just like I say in every of my classes, it's not like a conventional university classroom where the lecturer just comes, talks, and then there has to be engagement, there has to be interaction, like conversations a lot, because this concept is not something, or this course is not something that we're not familiar with. It's something we're used to. It's something that we do every day. Like all of us that are seated here have been customers in one way or the other, or we've been customer service representatives in one way or the other. Because the very moment you woke up in the morning, you slept on the bed, and it could be Mocha, it could be Vita Foam, it could be any of the mattresses that you slept on. That means you're a customer to Vita Foam or Mocha, as the rest of them, or any of the foam companies that we have in Nigeria. And when you woke up also, you use toothpaste to brush your teeth, or be Close Up, or any of the numerous toothpaste companies you have around. You enter the taxi when you're coming here, or you drove in your vehicle, or you bought fuel in your vehicle. In one way or the other, you're a customer. And the fact that you're also here in DEXTER News, in this class, means you're a customer. So it's a concept that you're really familiar with, something that you see, you witness almost every day of your life. So at the end of the day, what we are doing in this class is very simple, just very simple. The central objective is just for us to see, or to equip each and every one of us on what we can do or say in different kinds of customer situations as customer service managers, either as business owners or as customer service representatives of companies where you work, as employees. So before we move forward, I'd like for us to find out, why did we choose customer service group? Legally, I know a little bit of course some of our names, but why did we choose customer service group? Why did you choose customer service as a course? You have a business. Yes. You want to be able to relate to people. That's the only reason why you chose customer service. But you don't know the reason, just like you know the reason you chose public station. I understand. Thank you. That's the light on. Yes. Okay. Good afternoon.
My name is Diane. I chose this course because I was just inquisitive about what it's all about.
Okay. Inquisitive. Just want to know what customer service is about. Interesting. Interesting. Yes. Good morning.
Actually, my aim is to be able to know what customer service is all about, to be able to know the kind of advice to give to customers in case I'm being employed in an organization to get a particular department.
Okay. So you want to know how to deal with customers. Should you be posted or you get a job in the capacity of a customer service representative? Okay. Yes. You're just there. Okay. Yes. You have a business? Okay. Experience. Okay. You want them to have a good perspective of the business. Yes. Okay.
They say that customer is the lifeblood of business. If you don't deal with them well, once you lose them, your business will run into competition. I need to know more about them and how to live with them in order to boost or to stay ahead of man.
Okay. We want to stay ahead of the competition. So we want to learn how to boost the business and boost your customer service base. Customer base. All right, those of us online, can you share with us, why did you choose customer service? Anybody? All right. You can just share with us on the chat box for those of us who are just why you chose customer service. We're going to refer back to them and welcome you officially to the class. All right. Like I said earlier, the central objective of this course is to equip you with the techniques you can use in different kinds of customer interaction. Like when Kemi mentioned that the reason she chose customer service is that she wants the customer to have a good perspective about business. The thing about customers is that once you open a business, if you open a kiosk just here now, you're going to see people come to buy from you. But what is it that makes them keep coming back to buy from you? What is that thing that makes them keep coming back, tell their friends about you? What is that thing that will make them tell their family members about you? What is that thing that will make them speak about you anywhere they are? How do you manage the relationship? So it's not about to acquire customers. It's about you already have customers. How do you manage the relationship that exists between your customers? Because the truth is, you are the one that determines the perspective or the perception of customers about your business. Customers are very unique kind of people. When a customer calls a business and the person who picked the call is so nice, is so friendly, the automatic assumption from that customer is that everybody in that company is nice. Oh, go there, they are very nice people, they are very wonderful people. And it's possible the only nice person in that company is only that person that spoke to her. The same thing also. The moment you are the one that determines how your customer sees your business, how they see you as an individual. Because it's possible, like I mentioned earlier, there's a possibility that that person that picked up the call is the only nice person in that. The other person are rude people, arrogant, they don't know how to deal with people and all of that. Also, if a customer calls and the person that picked the call was rude, the automatic assumption from that customer is everybody in that company is rude. Don't go there, they're very rude people. And it's possible the only rude person in the company is that person that spoke to the customer. So that is why businesses always put forth their best foot forward. The finest in the team are put in the front desk. The ones that smile a lot are put in the front desk. The ones that know how to talk to people are put in the front desk. The ones that know how to manage relationship are put in the front desk. Because they believe that that perception is enough for them. So they don't care about the attitude of other people, the guys in the inside and all of that, all those guys behind the scene. They don't care about their attitude. As long as they can deliver on the job, the only thing they care about is like people who produce bread. Don't care about the attitude of people inside the factory when it comes to relationship with customers. As long as the person can mix, produce the bread and bring it out. The ones that used to be smiling are those guys selling the bread. Those are the ones they expect that you should be smiling. That's when you mean this. Why are you not smiling? They can come to the factory and ask why you're not smiling and all of that. Because it's not needed at that point. But is that right? No, it's not. Every business, customer's business is the business of everybody in the company. Because we don't know who is going to meet that customer. It's possible that the day that the customer will call, there's nobody in the front desk to pick that call. And then there's one random person that walks in the inside and now picks the call and says what is wrong. To impact your business generally. So that's why the course is important. So at the end of this course, we're going to learn specific things we're going to say or do. We're going to learn specific things you can do or say in all kinds of customer interaction. Yes. What is it that you need to say? When the customer asks you this question, what's the response you should give at the end of the class? We're also going to learn how to deal with difficult customers, because you can't remove difficult customers from your business. As a business, you always witness difficult customers. So how do you deal with difficult customers? How do you deal with arrogant customers? How do you deal with rude customers? You deal with them by shouting, joining the shouting match with them, or do you deal with them by keeping quiet, or do you deal with them by explaining, or do you deal with them by always defending yourself? Defending the company. How do you deal with this kind of difficult customers? We're going to learn all of that in the class. We're also going to learn how to approach customers and how to get information so that you can do your job. The customer service person who knows his job is the customer service person who knows how to get information from customers. If you don't know how to get information from customers, you can't do your job very well. You must know how to get information from customers. And because the information is what you will need to be able to improve in your processes. So you need to be able to put, as a business owner, you must put a feedback mechanism in place where customers give you feedback about all your products and all your services. Also, at the end of the class, we're also going to learn how to deal with customer service problems quickly, efficiently, and professionally. So those are the things we're going to be learning in this class. So like I said earlier, the truth about customer service is that whoever it is that interacts with customer, that means to a large extent how the customer perceives the service. Whether wonderful, not good, very terrible, or something in between. You are the one that determines how the customer perceives the service. Because you are the one that, like, the customer service person who sees the man, oh, sir, oh, wow, sir, you look good. How are you today? Or the customer service person, good afternoon, how are you today? You're welcome. They said the same thing. But what do you think? Who do you think the man will want to, vibe with? The first person. The energy, the excitement. So that is how the person perceives the service. So if you want your customers to have a wow experience, you need to give them what? Wow experience. And the way you give them wow experience is, what are your processes saying? Your business must be built in such a way that you are there not just for profit alone, but to do what? To maintain relationship and to build relationship over time. Because when you have a good relationship with your customers, they will bring more business for you. In 2012, a research was carried out by Right Now Customer Experience, and it said that 89% of consumers who stopped doing business with a particular with your competitors, started doing business with your competitors, they cited what? Poor customer experience. That's the only reason. Poor customer experience. So imagine if you lose 89% of your customers because of poor service. Will you remain in business? Will you remain in business? No, you won't remain in business. So that is why you have to be sure not to do what? Not to be in a situation where you lose 89% of your customers because you do not know what is it that customers want. Which takes us directly to why excellent service. What's the reason for excellent service? Why do you engage in excellent service? You have a business. Why do you engage in excellent service? What's the reason? Okay. Those are the classical reasons. Yes.
The first objective of every business is customer satisfaction first.
Okay.
It is after the satisfaction of the customer that you can gain profit.
Okay.
So my own reason is for me to satisfy the customer.
Okay, that's the reason for your excellent service. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. Yes. So because you want the customers to come back and keep doing business with you and also refer their friends. Yes. That's the main reason. Referral. and profit making. Yes. What's the reason? They said it all. They said it all. They said it all, right? Okay, yes, they said it all. But then it's beyond that. It's beyond just profit. Profit is good, beautiful. It's beyond just referral. It's good. It's part of the reason. But there are other reasons for excellent customer service. He mentioned one of them, which is what? That's the fact that the reason the business is set up is to satisfy customers. Then profit comes in because you're satisfying the customers. Yes. So here we have greater job satisfaction. That's one of the reasons for excellent customer service. Greater job satisfaction. Because all of you have spoken as what? As business owners. You are all spoken about this. You only listen as business owners. What of if you're not a business owner, that you are there working for somebody? Let's say, for instance, how many of us want to work for federal government? How many of us want to work for the federal government? Everybody, right? Everybody wants to work for federal government. Why? What's your reason? Stress-free, right? So that you can be chilling. That's because they don't attach importance to your salary. They don't attach the role you're playing to your earning. Because if not, a secretary in some of these ministries, secretaries in some of these ministries will not be working. Normally, they will not be doing their jobs. Like normally they would have lost their jobs. Because of the way they do what they do their job. They don't even, it's not like they like the job. I expect you. Everybody who wants to work in civil service is not because they like to work. They just don't because it's easier. I can be chilling and all of that. So, but you know, there's a satisfaction that comes with excellent service. You derive joy in what? In excellent service. That job satisfaction. When you go to, for example, talking about job satisfaction as one of the reasons for excellent service. If you work in a place where customers are always saying, "You're too wonderful. Wow, this business will miss you whenever you leave." All the customer that comes always have one good thing to say about you. Will you not be excited to go to work every day? Will you not be excited to eat? When you're going to work, say that you're dressing, be happy, dressing up very well, go to school, because you want customers to compliment you. You want them to say good things about you. That is satisfaction you derive. But what if every time customers are complaining that you are not doing well? What if customers are complaining that you're not doing well all the time? What happens to you? Would you want to go to work the next day? You will not derive joy in that job. The reason most of us do not want to do marketing job is that we don't want to see that rejection of I don't want to buy. That's why you don't want to do marketing job. But if you know that there is a joy that comes in because customers always give you what you give them. The same energy you give them is the same energy they give you back. But they're human beings too. Yes, we have good customers. We have customers who are very arrogant. Whom even when you're nice to them, they are good to you. Bet you, if you're nice to a customer first and second time, a customer is good to you. Check there with that customer. If you before the next second or third contact, see that way that customer will be so nice to you. Every other person will be complaining, but you never complain because the customer is nice to you. Like in my former place of work, there are some customers that once they come like this, none of my colleagues want to attend to them. None of my colleagues want to attend to them. But those are the people I like to attend to. So whenever they have problem, whenever they now really mess them up and all of that, they say, Denis, call Denis. I'll not come. Mama, how are you, man? He say, hey, they brought you now so that you can bribe me, shit. Because you have a way to do what? Go around them. Have a way to sweet talk them. You have a way to massage their ego. Customers want their egos to be massaged. They want to feel nice about themselves, even though they are terrible people. So if you don't know your way around them, you find it difficult to go to the right joy in your job. So I find people, when they say, go and talk to this customer, you'll be running back. But I want to go and talk to them. I want to find out what the problem is. Including my MD runs away from talking to some customers. But those are the customers I want to go and talk to. So whenever those kind of things, my MD is high. So that is why, because of the satisfaction that comes with, oh, I've spoken to this person that everybody is avoiding, but I spoke to this person and listened to me. I derived that joy. Okay, that means the skills I've learned in my customer service class is working. I've used it, I've applied the principles, and it has worked in my favor. So there's satisfaction in that. All right. The next reason for excellent service is reduces stress and hassle. Excellent service reduces stress and hassle. Reduction of stress and hassle. Let me use an example to explain that to you. Now imagine if customer A calls. Hello, DEXTER Consulting. I made payment for my course. I need you to confirm the payment so that I can go ahead and make my assessment. It's okay, man, no problem. I'll do that in the next 30 minutes. The account officer is going to be in the office in the next 30 minutes. I'll do that and get back to you. The other person called. Hello, DEXTER Consulting. I'm finding it very difficult to access the location. Please, can you send me your complete address? Okay, please, in the next 1 minute, I'll send you complete address. Withdraw. Hello, DEXTER Consulting. I'm finding it difficult to customers, like customer A calls for one problem. You made a promise, I'll get back to you in 30 minutes. The other one, I get back to you in 1 minute. The other one, I say, I'll get back to you in 1 hour. The other one, I say, I'll get back to you in under 24 hours. You made promise to 10 different customers. And as you're making those promises, another call is coming in, so you forgot to do what? To keep to your promise. And at the end of the day, you forget. 1 hour became 2 days. 2 days became 1 week. 1 week became what? 1 month. And then all of a sudden, all those customers that you make promises to, that you did not keep to, because you did not know the importance of getting back to the customer, even when you know that nothing has changed. Your job is to do what? To return back. Tell the customer, ma'am, I know I told you I was going to call you by 1 hour time. But apparently, 1 hour is not going to be enough because the person I'm expecting to get the information from is not back. You inform the person so that the person does not keep waiting for you. 1 hour will pass. 1 day will pass. You don't get back because nothing has changed. Because the account officer has not come back. Just forget it like that. So at that point, what you're doing is that you're creating problem for yourself. Just imagine if all of these people you made promises with different deadline, different time frame to get back to them, and you didn't meet up with any of them. Maybe you met up with only 2. What happened to the other 8? Then on the 5th day, all of the 8 comes in at the same time. Hello, DEXTER Heroes. Okay, good afternoon. Okay, my name is. They crossed their leg. I was here in so. As they are complaining, another person walks in. The one you told I'll get back to you in 30 minutes walks in. The one you told I'll get back to you in 1 hour comes in. The one you told I'll get back to you in 2 minutes time. All of them know what. This one is shouting on your neck from this side. The other person is shouting from this side. Another is shouting on your face. One is behind you shouting because they are all angry customers. How will you look like when you're going home that day? How will you look like when you're going home that day? You look like someone they beat you, like when someone they throw punches on you. Because you are going to be explaining. What are you going to explain? Someone you told I'll get back to you in 1 hour time, it's been 2 weeks. What's the explanation? What explanation do you have? I'll get back to you in 1 hour. It's been 2 freaking weeks. And you're not getting back to the customer. The customer had to walk to your company, leave everything he's doing, and come to your office. What explanation do you want to give? The same thing happens to all of them. It is stressful. So excellent service entails that I told this person I'll get back to you in 1 hour time. Nothing has changed. 1 hour time. Oh, I told this person that my MD will be back in 1 hour time. So by 1 hour time, I will be able to give you the information because I'm going to get information from my MD. Then your MD is not back after 1 hour. It's not even up to you. You're looking at your time. I told this person I'll get back to this person in 1 hour time. is 50 minutes, almost 10 minutes to the time. Call this customer. I don't realize my phone to call. You call the customer. He was like, I told you I was going to get back to you on our time. I'm already my maybe he's not back yet. So it's going to take another call now. So do you mind if I call you back? Customer will say, the customer will feel good. Even if for every day you don't get back to the customer, for every day that you didn't get back to the customer with the real information, or you call the customer to tell the customer, I still have you in mind. The customer is happy because you're keeping him informed. This is the reason I still have you in mind. I know that we've not given you what we needed to give to you, but please bear with us. That customer is likely going to forgive you than the customer that you told, I get back to you 1 hour time. In fact, if you get 1 hour time, if you call them 1 hour, 30 minutes, and give them that, they will be angry with you. But you told me you're going to come in 1 hour time. Why didn't you come in 1 hour time? And just 30 minutes. You think it's just 30 minutes. But that alone, there are some customers that are very principled people. That alone can make you lose that customer. So the hassle of explanation, the hassle of apologies, the hassle of keep explaining every time you keep explaining. The same thing that happened today will happen tomorrow, happen next tomorrow, all the time. It is too much. Those are the things that people you need. Before you know, you have job burnout. And once you have job burnout, you don't want to go to work again. So why do you want to put yourself in that shoe? Because most of us, instead of us to do, okay, I'll get back to you 1 hour time. That 1 hour time, maybe before the call came in, they were playing Candy Crush. Before that call came in. So as they just drop the call, I'll get back to you 1 hour time. As that call, you really put somewhere you're going to play in the next Candy Crush so that you can win that phase. So you forget that I told this person I'll get back to you 1 hour time. You start playing your Candy Crush or you're gisting with your colleagues. Before you know, you forget. Walk down close to that day. 5 people have done that. You don't carry your bag, you don't go out. 1 day have passed. You didn't get back to that customer. So those are the things that happen to you. But when you are conscious about excellent service, when you are conscious about the fact that these customers are the lifewire of my business, they are the ones, they're the reason why I am there, they are the reason I'm being paid that salary. You call them, you keep them informed. Do the things you promised you're going to do for them, do it. So that you can end up doing what? Having that feeling of excellent service. Another reason for excellent service is what? Enhanced job success. People who are good generally, who are good in customer service generally, grow faster in any job. People who are good in customer service grow what? Faster in any job. They know how to relate with their colleagues, they know how to relate with clients. They are very good. So it enhances your job success. Chances of you succeeding in marketing role is dependent on your ability to do what? To engage in excellent service. So if you're a good customer service person, chances of you growing faster in marketing, chances of you closing more deals is higher than somebody who is not good in customer service. What are you going to say? You're not a people person, you don't smile, when you're supposed to smile, you'll be frowning. When you're supposed to be frowning, you'll be smiling. So the things you're supposed to do, you don't do them. You do, instead of you to do A, you do B, in that scenario and all of that. So you don't want that for yourself. An organization want to do what to keep you. I've had a privilege there was one time we were recruiting for a company. So there was this young woman who eventually found out the entire information about her. We were recruiting for customer service. And there was one of them that was invited. She was only invited because of experience. She had experience, but academic background, no, she's not qualified, academic background. But experience, because of her experience and all of that, she was invited. She didn't have a degree. Alongside with people that had degrees. And guess what? When this girl came for the interview, she was the chosen one amongst all of the people that came for the interview. You know why she was chosen? She was chosen because she works in a hotel. We were recruiting for a hotel. So the hotel she was working for, what this lady does is, they have a log of all their existing customers or customers their customers who have been doing, who comes all the time. Like if you go to Hilton, for example, there are customers who are very regular in Hilton. So everybody in the front desk and in Hilton knows that this person is a very regular customer. So they always want to keep in touch with you, so they have your information in their database and all of that. So what this young woman does is, she will go whenever she does see that they are running low of customer and all of customers are not coming in the way they used to come in. She will pick up the customer database and start calling that customer. Sir, it's been a while, I will not see you for 1 month, sir. Sir, are you not going to? I will have that room that you like to stay. You don't want to maybe chill and then forget about the things of life and all those things. She was calling their customers like that. When the hotel knew that she went for another interview and they are considering her for that offer, they called and doubled her salary. They said they want her to remain in the hotel. She was the one that we chose in the recruitment. So later she called us and said she was not going to take the job. Even though we said, okay, can we offer you, say, relationship, register relationship? She just wants to continue that. Going the extra mile. Your bosses want to keep you, they want to promote you. So you grow faster in that job because you know how to do. No businessman, no MD, or no business owner wants to lose a staff that knows how to deal with her customers. No business owner wants to lose that kind of person. So even if it means increasing your salary, giving you other perks besides salary and all of that, they will do it. So you grow faster in the job. If you go to the bank, the fastest way to grow in the bank is in marketing. That's the fastest way to grow in the bank. Someone can go in the banking sector now. 2-3 years, you're already a branch manager, a branch head. And the only reason you can do well in marketing, nobody can do well in marketing if you're not a people person. If you're not customer centric, if you don't understand how to deal with customers, you can't do well in marketing. So those are the things that you do. So everybody wants to do what to keep you, because the more they keep you, the more you grow in the business, and the more the business grows. What are other reasons for excellent service? Other reasons for excellent service is you may want to contribute to the success of your employer. There are people like that young woman, she derives joy in ensuring that there is floodgate of what people coming in. Every time, every night, their rooms are sold out. She likes that feeling that every night their rooms are sold out. And this lady was not just, they did not increase her salary. They made her, she was leading the entire team. These are people that have bachelors, some of them master's degree. She was leading them. She doesn't have a degree. This young woman, she doesn't have a degree, and she was the head of the team because of efficiency and effectiveness in customer service. All right. You may like the feeling of having other employees look up to you. That's another reason why excellent service. You may like the feeling of your colleagues looking up to you. Like one of the reasons why I like to discuss with or go and meet all those difficult customers. I like that feeling that, oh, I appear and problem is solved. So you might like that feeling. That is why you engage in excellent service. So I try as much as possible to go above and beyond the call of duty in order for me to do what? To keep those customers there and making them happy all the time. Because if you go above and beyond the call of duty, your customers are likely going to want to do business with you. They want to continue dealing with you all the time. Up to today, I've left that company for over 7 months. Up to today, they still call me on the phone like, oh, they call, yes, I'm coming to your office. I said, but I'm not there anymore. Up to today, I've left there for over 7 months. You will call me, but some of them say, I'm not going there again. If you're not there, I'm not going there. We'll try to say, no, sir, there's somebody that I will hand you over to that person, specifically that person will do what? Everything that has to do with you, the person will be the one handling it and all that. So services goes beyond, excellent service goes beyond just exchange of goods and services and the rest of them. All right. You may also benefit directly if you work on commission. Speaking of commission, what helped me in that organization was still that idea that you got to a point I was virtually the highest earner at the time, or one of the highest earners in the company at that time, because of what? Commissions. Not based on salary. There were people, their salary was bigger than mine. But when I accumulate my commission, I earn more than them. And that's because of what? What helped me was customer service. But when I got into the organization, I resumed it was a hospital, and I've not really worked in a health facility before. So I really did not know how to sell healthcare. So it was difficult to sell healthcare. I can use Denis or someone that does see telling the person to come to hospital. How will you sell it? You know? So, and you have to always meet up your targets and all of those things. You know? So when I resumed newly in the company, you had difficulties. My first 1 month, I did not convert one single client. First 2 months, I didn't convert one single client. It was on the third month, in fact, it was later they told me that the MD was already considering to fire me because I was not productive. So we now had a meeting with my MD. What's going on? That meeting lasted, we stayed were in the office that day till 12 in the midnight. That was when I left the office that day. That was me, the business manager. I was like the assistant business manager, sort of. So the business manager and the MD was the three of us, and then the sales manager. The four of us had a meeting that night till I left the office that day by 12 in the night. So I came by 7 a.m. in the morning. Also, the meeting was I had an extensive meeting to strategize, look at our strategy one more time, and look at it. So at the end of the day, we came to a conclusion that there's something that we need to do differently. And that thing we need to do differently is that we engage in excellent services, no doubt, but we want to give them the wow experience. We tell them wow experience. We want to make our customers have a wow experience that will make them want to refer their friends and family members. So what we did was that part of the strategy is that whenever any new client that comes, it's a wellness center. So any new client that comes, we attach one of us to the client. So either me will be attached to that client. So my job is to make sure that this client is happy. And within the first 1 week of this client coming in, we ask the client to refer. And we look for a way to do what to get the client to refer. That was the strategy. So we attach everybody, so all our clients, because we deal with mostly AB's clients and the rest of them, ex-presidents, ex-governors, ministers, and the rest of them. Those are our client base. So, those are the kind of people you see regularly all the time. So, the only way you can access them most of the time is through their friends and family members. So, you have to go through all of those things because that's the only way you can accept them. For instance, if you want to go and meet Asiwaju, who are you to go and meet Asiwaju and so on? But there's somebody that can bring Asiwaju to your doorstep because he knows the person, and you have to do what you work with that person. Those were the considerations. So all the senators that were our clients at that time, we attached all of us. Like it's okay, I had like 5 senators. It was me that was attending to. Same thing, my colleague had like 5 senators. She was one attending to, and all of that. So our job was get them to refer, and the only way we can get them to refer is to have that wow experience. So the wow experience was, imagine go to the regular hospital in Nigeria, and highest you spend in the front desk once you walk in is 2 minutes in the front desk. That's the max you spend in the front desk. Once you walk in, seated in the front desk is 2 minutes, and that 2 minutes you're there is just for you to watch the video of the MD telling you you're welcome. Immediately after that 2 minutes, you take you inside, take your vitals. There's a doctor standby, immediately attending to you, taking everything, give you your prescription. The lab people will come inside the room, inside the VIP room, take your lab sample, run the test. As the doctor is done with you, there's a massage therapist that will come give you a head massage. They give you a detox, like the pedicure manicure, detoxify your system with water. You have your snacks, like a pack of snacks that you eat in, fruits, vegetables, and all of that. That is what every single person that walks into the office, a new client, is entitled to on your first day. Let me ask you something. If you go to that hospital, will you not want to come back? Will you not want to come back? Will you not want your friends to feel the same way? So I saw firsthand. So because what happened was, the strategy was give them that wow experience. So what I did was I brought all my knowledge of customer service. Because it was part of our conversation now drew out like the experience, what the experience will look like, and everybody will feel. Within the space of, I'm not mincing word, within the space of 2 weeks, like we're growing exponentially on a daily basis. There are still people like this who come. Once they head massage alone, they're really calling their people. I don't know where they are. I don't know where I'm Nigeria, but I don't know. But you need to come here. We don't need to ask them to refer their friends. They were referring their friends. You need to come here. See, they will get one detox what they do for me. You see what they come up from my body. So all those things that come up from their body, they will use it to sell the brand, sell the business, and we kept on growing exponentially. We grew from the target of 5 clients, 5 new clients per week. We grew to 15, from 15, we grew to 25, from 25 grew to 35 new clients as targets every week, year in, year out, until I left the company. It's not magic. It was simply doing what, and the moment we match break in our, because we know this thing about consistency, which is part of what we're going to be discussing in the class too. Because you've gotten there, there's a point that we had the customers were excess, there were plenty. We now started lagging behind. Okay, instead of that, we will not give this person stars so that we can save money. Let's not give this person this one, let's not give that person that one. And the funny thing that happened was that the time we did this thing that we're talking about, we complaining that clients were not coming, we increased our registration. So registration before then used to be 5K to get a folder. But after that meeting, that was the meeting we decided the registration is now 19,500. And guess what? People were willing to pay that 19,500 as against when registration was just 5K. To come. So we were able to sell this thing to the point that it grew the customer base to where it was. So why am I sharing this story? What happened was that all the people that was under me referred more, because I will follow you, I will remain with you, I will stay with you, I will do everything. I'll make sure that you feel like a king. You see the baby inside you will come out. So that baby inside them will come out. The person will refer their friends. So they were referring, most of my people were referring friends, family members, and all of that, and became the champion of the company to the point that the money, I didn't even care whether they pay salary or not, because commission was more than enough, more than the salary, like way more than the salary. Which also led to another problem because it brought jealousy. A medical doctor who earns about, sizable amount of money gets jealous of a marketer, a small marketer like me, medical doctor. What is he supposed to do? He's supposed to be jealous and all that. But because of what? You're earning more. So that's what we're talking about. When you engage in excellent service, chances of you earning more is higher. Especially when you earn on commission. These people do not know that if these new clients do not come, I probably will earn maybe 20-30% of their salary or their own salary at the end of the day. So, but it's human being, it's normal. So, but that is why you need to do what? Look at for what are the other reasons, which is what you can benefit directly if you earn on commission. Are we following? All right. So, the next thing we're going to be talking about is who is a customer really? Who is a customer? We'll talk about class of customers and who the customer is. All right, here we have two definitions of who a customer is. These two definitions are correct, but one is most correct. A customer is the person who pays for the goods or service that you provide. The customer is the person who pays for the goods or service you provide. A customer is the person who receives your output, that's your service or your product. Now, these two definitions, which one is most correct? The customer is the person who pays for the goods or service you provide. The customer is the person who receives your output, service, or products. Okay, how is the second one most correct? Okay. Okay. Or what are the businesses you don't pay for? What are the services you don't pay for?
They are offering your services for that. But the person they don't have to subscribe or pay for it.
No, now, someone who is calling you MTN. MTN is a profit organization. That is to make money.
I think you
Yes.
I used to do that for just doing steps and most like government is there and receive the service.
You don't get to pay for it.
I don't pay for all receive
Okay, so now this is a better definition of that, not a profit organization like MTN. Okay, yes, correct. You guys are correct. The second definition is most correct because not every customer pays for the goods or service that you provide. Like she rightly said, she used an example of an NGO, not just an NGO alone. For example, if my child who is in your school, does he pay his school fees himself? He's not a customer. He is a customer. You understand? So customer does not, but the problem we have in this part of the world, in fact, most of the times in Nigeria here, we don't even, before we call somebody customer, like my mom, she runs a business in Onitsha. And before she calls somebody a customer, you have to have come like 3-4 times. You've come to buy from her like 3-4 times, like steady. You usually come, but if you just maybe a one-off buy, you're not a customer. They don't refer to you as it's typical Nigerian. They don't refer to you as customers. They only refer to that person that customer. Because you've been coming. That's when you qualify to be a customer. If you just came there to buy once, you're not a customer yet. You just came, just someone that came to buy. And that is why they make mistakes of not giving these people that just came to buy for the first time those things that is accrual to what to customers. Those things that these customers are supposed to be getting. Those greeting, those smiling. Because you see them like this, like I observe then I go to my mom's shop and all that. I observe her. Those people that used to come very often, you see which she say, my customer, you're welcome. Long time, why you came. All those people that came, like you are just walking, okay, man. Yes, they were sending it this, and that's it. You see that there is a difference in the way she relates with this person that has been coming and the way she's relating with this person that she just seen for the first time. So that is the misconception you usually have. So because someone is not paying, like you hear people say, after your life, everyone pays, why are you making noise? I've not heard that before. After your life, paying, why are you making noise and all that? So all those kind of things they do are mostly because they do not see these customers as what? Customers. They don't see them as customers. So while we're in this class, for us to understand who a customer is really. Customer is not just, customer is anybody who receives your output directly or indirectly is a customer. So you cannot treat them anyhow. Like NGOs, for example, that she mentioned. You can't say that because these people access this service for free. Like if you come now to my village, now you want to give free medical check from, like my mom now queues up to get this free medical check, for example, under the sun. You now keep them under the sun, and if you stay there till the next, they will go. They won't want to come back. You can't treat them anyhow. Hey, stay there. This one, you treat them like they are piece of trash and all that. They will not want to do what stay back in that place. But there's a way you do, or there's a way you handle them. They want to come back. And if you are an NGO, the people you attend to, you're supposed to, because when you're writing your business case, when you're writing your whatever proposals and all of that, usually brag about, okay, we've attended to 1,000 people, we've attended to 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, as the case may be, and all that. But if you don't have all of those people in your database, at that point, those people are your customers. So you must do what I call them all of the benefit that comes with customer service, including treating them as kings, even though they are not paying for it. So, classes of customers. We have the different classes of customers. We have external paying customers. All right. So we have classes of customers. First is external paying customers. Who are external paying customers? External paying customers are customers outside the organization who pay for the goods or services that you provide. Because why it's important for you to know the classes of these customers is for you to know how that for even though this customer is not paying or whether this customer is paying, we have different kinds of what categories of customers because we need to help your understanding. Now, the external paying customers are like everybody that is seated here in this class are external paying customers to the external responsible because you're paying. The next one is internal customers. Who are internal customers? Internal customers are customers within the organization. So it's not just about maybe if the external Euro staff is here listening to this course and all of that, an internal customer. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about internal customers, we're talking about internal communication between departments and units in organization. Your customers to each other as units within the organization. Because if you don't see your colleague as a customer, you treat your colleague like a piece of trash. So you must see your colleague as what? As a customer. So you can't say that, oh, because yeah, he's not a customer, why would I treat him? Because if your colleague is not happy and is not very comfortable working with you, that your colleague will not be able to do what? Work freely with you, and it will make the company suffer eventually. And it's likely going to take it out on what? Your external customers who are paying. And it will not be good in the long run for the company. Let me use an example to illustrate this for you. So when I resumed in that my former place of work, I met one young woman who is a front desk officer in the company. And if there's anything that is worse than rude, she is. Like when I mean there's anything that is worse than rude, being rude, she is. You know that kind of you come to that. Why you go and talk? I know why you asking, you're asking, go ask another person. That's the kind of woman she is. Like she's so rude to the point that you would not want to, you cannot come and maybe ask her for information, find out what is it and all from her. Like you can't get that information as a colleague. It will not fit. But guess what? If this young woman sees a client from that client is very far. Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. How are you? Wow. But how is nice. Okay. Mommy, mommy's wrong now. Why have you not been coming? That's the kind of person she is. Like all our clients love this girl to be. You see them like they're just like big men now. Some of them write a check, like steady. Transfer, cash, this one, that one, normal, cheaper like crazy. Because of what? The way she treats all our customers like kings. But when it comes to her colleague, it's a trash. No sending. It's not just one person. Everybody across the board. So when I resumed, I had because marketing, then I was in charge of the referral marketing, the aspect of referral, getting our clients to be able to refer and all of that. So I need to know the clients that are coming in for that day so that I can speak to them about referral programs and all that. But when I come to when this client comes, I see that the appointment is this client is coming in today. Can you just alert me so that I'm aware? Either you send them to my office or I come get them and take them to the office and all of that. He said, no, I can't do that for you. I don't have that kind of time. She's in the front desk. I don't think she will do this. Hello, Denis. This man is around, so if you want to see him. Either you come out or you do. That's the only thing she could do for me, but she's not going to be. She don't have everything. I should come to the front desk and come and stay there. I don't go to the front desk. So it happened first time, second time. So one day I was complaining to my direct boss, who was the business manager at the time. I complained, I said, look at this thing, this lady is nice. I said, how are you? I don't know that way. Oh, hey, you see the way she's rude, if you see the way she deals with clients, I said, well, that's wrong. Do you know what that? And I'm brought to say, you know what we call internal customers. So you don't even know that. Do you know how this business suffers eventually? That if I need her to send these clients to me so that I can speak to them about referral, or she needs to tell me when these clients are around so that I can come out and go get them, maybe take my office and then talk to them about referral and all of that. Because if we don't have new clients, the old clients will feel choked and then they will go, who suffers eventually? The business. Because if I'm not productive in my office, I won't be able to do what? I won't be able to bring in new clients. If I'm unable to bring in new clients, the business will eventually suffer. So who is going to suffer? The business. So that is why we must be in unit. We have to work hand in hand because we have one purpose. You're making the clients feel good in context. Me, I'm getting them, okay, they are feeling good. I'm getting them to tell their friends about us. Because sometimes customers don't even know that I can get something if I refer my friend. So my job is to tell them that you can actually get something, one or two, is the addition. Depend like things too much. So you can actually get one or two things when you refer your friends and all that. It's yours. And you now start referring your friends. So if I don't do that, it will do what? And the same thing with almost every of the staff. Imagine if the sales department needed extra hands to be able to hit the target for the company's target for the year is want to make 1 billion for the year. That's the target for the company. And maybe the target for the previous year was 300 million. So this year now they want to make 1 billion, for example. Do you think if they will still use the same number of staff strength, maybe they had like 5 salespersons or 3 salespersons that made it 300 million for them? Do you think they will still use that 3 salespersons or 5 salespersons to meet 1 billion naira targets? It's not possible. So they need extra hand. Then they walk up to HR department and tell HR department, we need extra hands. HR will do them like this. The marketing will not be more productive because HR will not understand that. HR will be like, I'm not answerable to you. I'm only answerable to the MD. Not answerable to you. You don't know that not only being answerable to them is impacting the entire ecosystem. It's impacting the entire company. At the end of the day, the company suffers. So internal customers is beyond just people, is within what? The organization. The internal communication that exists between colleagues, organization, management, and staff, and all of that. The next class of customers is what? External non-paying customers. External non-paying customers are customers outside the organizations that do not pay for the service or the goods that you provide, as the case may be. Like the NGOs and the rest of them, those they are participants and they are beneficiaries. They are what? They are external non-paying customers in the NGO. All right. Regulated customers. Regulated customers are government agencies, government establishments who regulate our activities as citizens, as businesses, and entities, as the case may be. So you don't really pay to them directly, but they provide services to you. There are little services, like for example, when the traffic warder that is there controlling traffic so that you will not be stuck in traffic for 2 hours or 2 days, and you're not paying. Are you paying the traffic guy? You're not paying, but that guy is doing it. You are a customer to him. Because if the road is not clear enough, you'll be grudging. And if there is no need to control traffic, he will lose his job. Because there is no need to do what? Imagine if the road is free and you don't need to control traffic. Before you know, government will be like, why are we wasting money in these traffic warders? We need to retrench them. So the same thing also when it comes to entities like CBN, for example. CBN, the commercial banks in Nigeria are customers to CBN. So CBN is there to do what? To make monetary policies and all of that, fiscal policies, to be able to help Nigerian masses. They are the one that decide how much they charge you for transfers and all of it. So they cannot say, okay, because we are protecting Nigerian consumers, then the commercial banks will run out of business. So they have to make monetary policies that will make the commercial banks to still remain in business, while they're also protecting the interests of Nigerian citizens individually, as the case may be. So all of those interactions, same thing with NCC controlling all the telcos and the rest of them. So that's why we talk about what? Regulated customers. They are government agencies that regulate activities. They will not be able to, it's not like you're paying to them directly, but maybe in the form of your taxes and all of that. I mean, Nigeria doesn't pay taxes, but use roads FEMA, the Federal Road Maintenance Agencies will come, repair your roads and all of that, and all of you don't even pay taxes at the end of the day. So those are what we refer to as what regulated customers. Regardless of any of these customers, they all have one thing we have to do or treat them right as it is may be. All right. Customers are always right. Do we agree? Customers are always right. Customers are always right. We agree, right? We agree. Not very well. Explain. Not all the time. Why?
I had this experience.
Okay.
I was not guilty. The story was like this, that there was a customer that I think the guy was strong and he snapped the neck on the desk. So in that scenario, the customer is not right.
Okay, what did the customer service person do that one slap? It's not gonna slap you.
No, the guy was just shouting at her to hurry up, and she was just following the procedure. Because the person was strong, she slapped her.
Okay, because it was wrong.
Yeah, so there are scenarios.
So you guys are sure it was wrong. Did you do a fertilizer for the customer?
He apologized.
Did you do a fertilizer to ascertain whether the customer was wrong or not?
I wasn't there. They narrated it to me the next day.
Well, okay. Yes, okay, customer was wrong. Okay, we'll forgive the customer. Okay, that's the only reason why you think customers are not always right.
So
And let me tell you something. Anything that makes your customer get to the point of slapping you, check very well because
But because I got it, I didn't happen.
no, it's not supposed to happen. But why would you cause it? Yes, now. Why would you cause it?
I don't like the fact that this, why would you cause it?
Eh? No, why would you cause it? It's not intentional. Okay, let me use an example. The senator that slapped the young woman at the adult store, who do you think was at fault? The senator that slapped one young woman at that adult store, say, sometime ago, about a few years ago. Who do you think was at fault? Senator, right? Was at fault. You don't see the gist. You don't get the gist. Did you know? I mean, cancelled everything to some extent. You guys are being partial. You need to be straight to the point. Agree on what side. You don't have to defend. You see, the gist is that the customer slaps. Yes, you know the customer is a senator now. The senator is a customer. The slaps the staff. And adult store.
He's right, now since customers are always
Okay.
They are not on the norms, they are not always right, but on business basis, for you to make profit and for you to make sure that your business is going forward, you must always have these techniques. There is no have three techniques in marketing, which this one happens to one. This life fire with the customer life fire market. So these three things, if you don't put them in place in business, it will run out. So you must always believe even if they are not right. They do something wrong, you must always believe that they are right. Just for business to be.
Okay, the only problem is okay, the last line is hitting. That's the only thing. But they can insult you. No, let me understand that. Okay, the final line is they should not just hit you. And we're talking about every scenario in customer service. Okay, you say they can do anything, but they should not just hit you, right?
When you start consulting, I can't actually control what's coming out of the mouth. But then when you carry on, I feel like that's too much.
Okay. So the limit you can take is hit. Okay. Well, okay, let's get every other person's opinion. Yes. You think customers are always right? You don't think so? You think customers are always right? They are not always right.
Yes.
Yes. You don't think they're always right? So why is everybody saying customers are knowledge, right? Because people are in customer service class and you're learning how to be customer service representatives. Is that why? Have you not made that statement before? I'm a customer. I'm right. Have you not made that statement before? That's because of what? Yeah? Because you're a customer.
Yes.
Okay, but now, because this one now involves you now not being the customer, but the customer rep. You now want to defend that customers are knowledge rights.
Yes, because I feel like if I'm one and I'm approaching someone from my own point of view, obviously I feel like I'm right because I know that I'm a good person. So do I speak to you? I expect you to be able to say anything. And if I speak to you in a polite way and you're being good towards me, I feel like I'm right at that point in time. Like, why are you doing so? So to me, I'm always right.
Okay, so as a customer, you're always right.
Always right.
But you know that if any scenario occurs, and in that process, the manager of the organization walks in, you'll be the first to be blamed. They won't even think of whatever the customer did, or you, the employer.
All right. Okay, so I asked a question before that for the man, the senator, and we all agreed that the senator was wrong, right?
I did not agree.
You did not agree.
Yes. I need to know what happened.
You need to know he slapped it. He slapped it. That's what I'm saying now. So the customer is wrong with that. Well, the truth is, your boss works in so you pay customer slaps you. Chances are that you're going to lose your job. See that day, you're going to lose your job. Chances are that you're going to lose your job that day. Yes. Chances are you're going to lose your job that day. Because you don't, your job is that you are not supposed to allow a conversation get to the point of physical abuse. It doesn't matter. That is your job. That is why, if you know that, that's why you need to apply different techniques in customer service that will protect you from anything that can lead to a physical abuse. I'd like to share a personal story with you. One day, when I was working full time at DEXTER, then I was the administrative and service manager. We used to have a lot of clients, like plenty customers. On Saturdays like this, the class would have like almost 200 and something persons in the class. So when we're done, like whenever any class is done, a lot of people asking you questions, and please now, what's this thing? I need information, I need this one, I need that, those kind of, you know. So as one of the classes ended downstairs, I was downstairs trying to solve, because that is the time some of them who have problems will come to you to solve their problems and all of that, once for written exams. So I was discussing with one of the trainees who was asking about the HRM exam I have just started. When I was discussing, I don't know, okay, at class, the exam has started, have you written? So as we were just talking, have you written and all of that, one of the trainees said, hey, HRM has started, and I'm not aware. It's okay, so sorry, please, let me yes, HRM has started. That's to get this one, this person. I can't do this. HRM exam has started. He said, well, I'm not aware, and nobody told me. It's okay, but are you go? She said, yes, she's in the WhatsApp group. Hey, but it's not there now. I said, it's okay, can you bring your phone? She brought her phone. I went to just go listen, where's your HR? She brought out the HR group on her phone. He said, what's your name? It's okay, see this, you see this time. He said, what's your name? Yeah, it's 25, but not in this okay. What's your name? He mentioned her name. I went to, I opened the file. It's okay, this is your login details. Take your assessment. Thinking I was done with that. Go back to the person I was talking with. Then she landed. And I was like, hey, you are supposed to tell us now. Why you just be writing exam, you just do your this thing. Are you not supposed to tell us that exam has started? I said, well, you were informed now. It's not there in the platform. Login details for your exam is there. Instructions for your exam is there. So you're supposed to. He says everybody that reads their WhatsApp messages. Now people come back from work and you expect them to read their WhatsApp messages and all of that. So I'm like, so sorry, okay, but now you have it, now you can take your assessment. So continue from the person I was talking with. Her friend now interjected. We're even talking to her, he's even walking away from us. And my boss was just standing right there. I even talking to him, he's even walking away from us. My boss said, I wasn't even walking away. I just don't want to continue solving this other person's problem. And she said, we even guess what? 2 weeks later, an incident happened, another problem with client and all of that. My boss remembered that was our plan. There was a time that there was something that you worked out with them. Do you think if you had gotten to the point of maybe I had physical, did it make sense for what the customer did? Or do you think it had gotten to the point of maybe physical this thing that my boss will not blame me? Let me share another story with you. Still in the same, still DEXTER. One day, client, because company policy says that when you take your assessments and you take your exams and your certificate is out, you will communicate that your certificate is out. And if you don't come at a certain point of time, you don't come at this point, you don't come, the certificate will be archived. So you have to pay for archive fee for the certificate to come out. So this young woman wrote the exam. She had written her exam. Her certificate has been out for since 2015 or so. This thing was happening in 2020, 2019, 2020, when NMPC employed about 4 years difference. So she called one day and was like, I did my course with you guys in 2015. I did my exam. Okay, certificate I want to collect now, blah blah blah. For that period, we had influx of a lot of people that wanted to apply for that NMPC job, who wanted their professional certifications and the rest of them. So she was one of them. So she called like that, and I told her, okay, no problems, get your certificate, but there's a fee because it's been a while. You're supposed to come for the fee of 3,000, that's 1,000. They said, okay, no problem, I'll get it, no problem, it's not 1,000, okay now. Just she went search for the certificate. So when she came, we searched and searched for the certificate where it is, because she was not even certain as to when she did the program. Because she said she did 2015. Eventually, it wasn't even 2015, she did the program. So she was not sure as to the date. We looked at it until we found the certificate. Guess what happened? Oh, found the certificate. It's okay, ma'am, you need to pay for the archive. So she's not paying. I paid for my course. Why will you ask me to pay for extra money for what? I paid for my course. She's not paying. I said, what do you mean? She's not paying. But we had this conversation before. He said, hey, that's not paying. I said, ma'am, please. Our company policy says that you have to pay this. And all that. That's what it is. He said, it's not concern our company policy. It's not that this that she needs to, she wants to collect her certificate because she's seen it. You know, go with her certificate and all that. So when I now insisted that she has to make payments and all that, respectfully, you know what this young woman did? Because we had like heap of certificates. When I brought our people's certificates and all that, so there were heap of certificates on the table. What she did, she just grabbed one of the certificate and was going with it. And say, if you don't give me my certificate, I'll take this certificate. What will you do to that kind of slime? Okay. So now, in that case, what happened was that she insisted. The next thing she did was she carried it down, was going downstairs already. Because security, get this lady, because it's 2 people's certificate and she's going with it. My boss had to call. Say, what's wrong with you? Do you want to cause sin in your company? I'll let her go. Just give her a certificate, let her go. And all that. How did not do? What did the customer do? Did it make sense? No. But what did the company do? The company had to take the words. If I had gone maybe become physical or maybe get violent, you don't know what will happen. So that is why you don't allow conversation get to the point of the customer slapping you. If the customer slaps you, that means you must have, it takes chances that you've done something wrong. Like, I use the senator's case, for example, for you. The senator was not actually talking to the person that was slapped. He was talking to the other person, the person he was talking to was not slapped. It was the other colleague that was standing there. You understand? So that is why. So in that case, now, but ideally, the senator doesn't have any right to be physically abusive for what is worth. But if you see the person, the senator was facing somebody. If the person that was slapped was standing like this, there's somebody talking to, and then the person that was slapped was standing beside the senator. So when you look at this thing, if I was the manager of that lady, she'll be fired. No jokes, she'll be fired. Even though she was slapped. It's customer service. You don't allow it get to the point of being physically abusive and all of that. All right. We're talking about what? Customers, whether they are always right. Yes, you guys are correct. Customers are not always right. Customers are not always right. Customers make unreasonable requests. But customers are kings. Customers are kings. They're the lifeblood of your business. We need to always find a way to manage customers' expectations. Manage their expectation from the word. Even though it's something that was propounded by a man named God of Selfridge in 1947, who said that customers are always right. Unfortunately, it's misleading. Customers are not always right. It's unfortunate, are not always right. Customers make unreasonable requests. And some customers are going to ruin your business because they're telling you that customers are always right. So, but you need to find a way. You can't just tell them, oh, you're wrong, sir. You can't tell the customer you're wrong. It's wrong. You can't go there, so you just find a way. Just if you know that you cannot handle it, allow another person to handle it. Pass the buck to another person to handle. If you know you can't take it anymore. That's why when we're discussing customer service tools and techniques, you'll be able to know what tools or techniques can you apply in that situation at that point to solve that problem, so it doesn't get to the point of wahala for you. Yes. You're not always right. It's wrong, yes. God on Selfridge was wrong. It's fallacy of hasty generalization. What's that? Customers can do your business. Yes, some customers can do your business. Keep asking and keep asking and keep asking and keep asking, and you keep giving and keep giving. You probably run out of business. So customers are not always right. So because you know that customers are not always right, you need to, because you know customers are not always right, it's important that you now find out for yourself. What is it? Because customers have other needs. Even though they are not always right, they have other needs. Especially when you know you cannot meet that particular need that customer wants at that point. Which takes us to the next thing we're going to be discussing today, and that's the final topic for today, which is what do customers want? What is it that customers want? Because you ask yourself, as a business owner, if you're able to answer this question, if you're able to know this thing, what customers want, you are able to solve almost 80% of all your customer-related problems. Because you never allow it to call, because you really know that these are things customers want. So if they are not always right, at least there are things they want. So is it a way you can offer them those things that they want? So if you offer them those things that they want, there's change for them being right and all of that. You see them, they will feel good. That is what we do. That is what we do on the agenda. Excellent service. All right. The first thing customers want is what? Problem solved. Problem solved. Every customer that comes into your establishment wants his or her problem to be solved. That's the only thing he wants. Doesn't matter whether you just solve their problem. So when a customer comes to you, what the customer is coming for, the customer has the problem. So if one of the problem customers want is, example, when you buy water, the customer needs water and all of that. The customer buys first bottle water, you know going to text. Buy second one, you know going to text. Buy third one, you know going to this is customer problem. The customer feel, you say, there's something about this. Why is that I'm drinking and it's not going to my text? It won't come back. But if your solution, if your product is solving the problem that the customer wants, that customer will keep coming back to you. I have malaria. I buy a malaria drug. I drink complete dose, nothing. Religiously, I buy second dose of the same malaria drug, religiously, and this malaria is worrying me, not like there's another thing. If it happens to me first and second time, I buy your drugs and it doesn't work for me. Second time, it doesn't work for me. You think I'll come and buy it? You solve my problem. No, you didn't solve my problem. So at that point, you lost that customer. So besides product failure, besides we also have issues of service failures. Problem like if a customer calls you and say, I've been trying to access your portal, this one, your portal is down and all of that. At that point, what that customer wants is to be able to access your portal. If the customer is unable to access your portal at that point, he did not solve the customer's problem. The customer will not be happy with you. So that is why customer's problem is beyond just buying, body quality product and that's it. Sometimes there are problems that will come up while they're using your products. So you should be willing to do what to solve those problems that come up while they're using your product or services. The next thing customers want is effort. Now, not all customers' problems can be solved immediately. Not all customers' problems can be solved. That is why I mentioned earlier that since we said that customers are not always right, which means you can't give customers everything that they want. But at least there are some things you can give to customers, which what brought us to what customers want. Other things, they have other needs and wants. And one of those things is effort. If you see that this problem cannot be solved, there's nothing I can do about it. There are some customers that, because you've made an effort, they see your effort, they see the way you run around, trying to fix this and all of that. They try your best. There's nothing you can do. Even in medical practice, there are some families that will lose loved ones. And the doctors will complain, now you're able to do this. Try it now. And God will give life. You try your best now. Because he saw the genuine efforts. I have a friend who, that boy spent almost, if I'm not mistaken, like from his calculation, he spent more than 50 million on the mom's health in Nizamia. And he must be right. Was paying like test alone, but like there was one test carried out. Everything for the test was like 5.20 million at the time. Like the woman was the private world that she was paying everything. He calculated everything he spent around 50 something million. He's still in touch with the doctors that were treating the mom and his pregnancy at that time. Because he saw the genuine the intentions, how the efforts the doctors were making to save our life. Ordinarily, someone has made something million, who is thinking has spent this kind of money and then you'll be angry with the hospital and all that. But he was never angry with them. Say, okay, it's the will of God. You guys have tried your best because he saw them actually trying their best. In fact, there were times the doctors would tell him that, okay, come here, some of these things will sell it here. But if you keep buying it here, the money will be too much. So what I will do is I'll buy them for you privately, go outside and buy it cheaper and give you more. Same thing. We can buy it. And these are people who are making effort to do what. I'm not saying that you should go and take your company's business and go and say, I can get it for you in a cheaper place. That's not what I'm saying. Please. I'm only saying that there's a genuineness. You've seen that this young man is a young man, he's not married, and he's spending millions of naira. This is a sickness that did not even last up to 6 months. And he spent that amount of money, like the man spent almost 2 months in Zambia. So you see the amount of the money the young man spent and all of that. But it happens in life. So there's nothing they can do. But they have seen the effort. So sometimes customers want to see effort, not necessarily the result. They want to see effort. You make that effort, they say, try your best, nothing. So if you cannot solve a customer's problem, that's what we're saying. At least make efforts to do what? To solve the problem. Make efforts. Let the customer see the genuine effort in what that you're making in order to solve the problem. The next thing customers want is acknowledgement and understanding. Customers want acknowledgement and what? Understanding. Everybody wants to be acknowledged. So if you are wrong, customer wants you to acknowledge that you're wrong. Customers want to be understood. Imagine if you're complaining and nobody's understanding you. You're making a point and nobody is getting your point and all of that. You're frustrated. So customers want that level of understanding. They want you to understand that they have every right to be angry with you. So if they buy a product from you and it's not solving the purpose why they bought the product in the first place, it's their right to feel the way they are feeling. It's their right to feel that they are their right to want to be angry with you. So you need to be able to give them that sense of belonging, make them acknowledge that need, acknowledge and understand them. So that's what customers, they want to be acknowledged, they want to be understood. So they don't misunderstand them and then say they are complaining too much. No, they are not. I know you're defending your business, but as much as you're defending your business, you should also know that you should also understand where the customers are coming from. Imagine if the customer buys the underwear, like let's use, for example, as a lady, you buy maybe Victoria's Secret underwear, for example, and then when you buy it and it's not your size, you bought it, and when you go home, you've tested it and it's not your size, and you brought it back. Do you think the company will take it? For you also yourself, do you take it? That you bought something of that amount of money and then you cannot use it. Will you feel good? You sell it to who will you sell it to? Who will you sell it to? Now, you see, who want to go through the okay, this is you being very considerate customer. That customer bought that thing expensive, he wants to wear it. And then unfortunately it's not the customer's size. The company cannot take it back because you already won it. It's underwear. It's possible you put up weight now.
It's possible not to know your size.
Yes, it's possible not to know your size. It's very possible. So that's what the company will say, but you're supposed to know your size. That is a company who is not ready to do or to solve customers' problem. You can't tell the customer, why don't you know your size? Why would you tell customer that? Say, oh, what's your size? Okay, how do you know this? Because you know this is underwear, and there's nothing we can do. There's no way that it's underwear. So you know what I can do? Let me talk to my manager. If you can swap it or maybe send it back to the company or something. Let me just try something. Let me just see if there's anything I bet you. If you go, even if you go speak to manager, just go waka, come back and then man. Just how do we do this now? Don't worry, next time just try it. Thank you. They will go. Because you understood and you've acknowledged that anybody that buys a product or service wants to make use of it. And the person can use it because maybe there was a mistake or something, and an error that could be maybe customer's error or even your error as a company. But there's a way, especially when the error is a customer's error and you still understood, you still put yourself in the customer's shoes, that customer will never forget you. That is why you must, at least, customers want that level of understanding. Okay, this person understood you. He tried. The next thing customers want is choices and options. Customers want choices and options. No customer wants to be boxed in one place. Customer wants to give them varieties. Let it be their choice. They want to be the one to decide whether they want to buy or not. You can't tell the customer, this is the one you must buy. You have to buy this one. Who does that? Give them options. Not just in buying, even in be attending to them as a secretary, for example. You can't tell the customer, maybe someone who has a meeting with your boss and your boss probably is running late. You can't be like, you need to see to if you don't come, if you forgot come, go see, go. What's that? You're supposed to do what came out. What's it going to do? It's supposed to be here by 12, friend will be here by 1. So don't leave. The other things you want to do, you could go do them and come back. I promise you, the slot is still where it is. Once the boss comes back and you're there, choice. We're giving that customer an option to choose from. But what we have in most Nigerian businesses is that we never give them option, we never give customers option. Especially government establishment. We always want them to do what we want them to do. Cure! What if I don't want to cure? You know? So that is why customers want that decision, even if it's just as small as just small decision. Let it be that they are the one deciding. Okay, oh, the boss, okay, let me wait there. It's their decision to wait. So if they wait for 1 hour, that was their choice to wait. But because you're giving them option, but if you don't give them option and they are waiting that, if 1 hour becomes like it's like 5 hours, because you're not giving them any option. Imagine telling them that if you go, you know, come back here. Another person will take over the sports. Yes, we have people who do that too. There's all these government hospitals, including private establishments. You won't go. If you go now, you know. I don't know what I will do for you. I went to change my DSTV decoder, and when I went there, they said they are giving in this their headquarters. I was scared because where I have to park along the road, and they've told my vehicle like twice before. So I didn't know where you are going back there now. So what I do, I will go and come back. I tell this, can I? It's a lot of queue and all that. Instead of this people to even tell me, okay, you know what? Can I? You know who will do it? Come back. Let's just be. Can I get your number? Customers, can I get your number? I'll call you. Once it's your time, I'll call you. So you call. I'll feel very good. But then, if you go, your slots, if you're the same password. If you come back, no cost me. There's nothing I can do. I said, this guy, I'm very back. It's not good. These guys can come and do my vehicle from this place and all that. You should help me now. The guy, no. Private business. Private business. It's not even government. Let alone what happens in government establishments. All right. Customers want choices and options. The next thing customers want is positive surprises. Surprises. Customers want positive surprises. You ask me something. On your birthday, imagine if your bank sends you birthday cake.
Yes, that one.
We do that.
It's possible.
I only send you a message.
Imagine they send you a birthday cake. But you know there are people the bank send birthday cakes. Yes. There are people bank send birthday cakes to. Yes. You know,
Millions.
so they send birthday cakes to people. Like, okay, what happened with me? I actually share personal experiences. My former boss. My birthday is 9th of October. My boss's birthday is 9th of November. So just 1 month apart. 9th of November. 9th of October. So after my birthday, we almost, because everybody has the bank, there's one particular Sterling Bank. I have a Sterling Bank account. She has a Sterling Bank account. That particular year, my birthday, they did not send me a message. It was even worse. But guess what? On my boss's birthday, if you see the big cake that Sterling Bank brought, if you see the giant cake they brought for my boss, the same thing with Heritage Bank, the same thing with like almost like 3 to 4 banks, but giant cake for her. And funny thing is, I have bank accounts in almost all those banks.
How many people do you want to buy cake for you?
You know how much of my money they've collected? The most profitable company in Nigeria, year in, year out, Nigerian banks. They are the most profitable company in Nigeria, year in, year out. They are more profitable than Dangote. Zenith Bank is more profitable than Dangote. Where are they getting the money from? Which business are they doing? It's not this is our money. Yes. Their endowments, they are supposed to they are doing recapitalization for them currently, which is like I'm happy. Like you, I'm excited they are doing recapitalization for them so that you see share. I hate Nigerian banks. Oh my, that's right. All right. So imagine if I have like 1K in my account, for example, and they needed like 25 billion. Because currently this capitalization must have like the threshold that you must have for you to run a commercial bank is 25 billion. If I remember 1,000, you will still make 25 billion. Receive 25 billion. They won't be. So I'm a customer, so I'm important to their business. Because it's my money they're using to do other business. It's my money they're using to keep loan to that hotel and the rest of them. If I don't have my money in that bank, they won't have money to give loan to those people that pay them interest, that makes them profitable as a bank. So they can actually, if they want to. But what if they cannot bake cake for everybody? What if they send you a flower worth 200? Wouldn't you be happy? What if they send you airtime, 200 naira airtime? Is it bad? On your birthday, once in a year, they send you 200 naira. Once in a year. Is it too much to ask? No. We're going to carry placards against them. All right. Customers want positive surprises. Customers want to be surprised. Just no matter how small it is, just surprise them. You know? The next thing customers want is consistency, reliability, and predictability. Consistency, reliability, and predictability. The biggest problem of Nigerian businesses is that Nigerian businesses lack consistency. We are very inconsistent. We are very inconsistent as a people. Nigerian businesses lack consistency. And consistency is one thing that will make your customers trust you. If you're not consistent, you're not reliable. And if you're not reliable, you're not predictable. And if your customers can't predict you, they don't want to do business with you. So imagine if you are buying, the reason why people complain about organic trade is that because it's not consistent. The one you bought today now will give you the result you want. You go and buy, you finish it, you go and buy another one, you give you another result. You know, so all of those things are part of what is usually, you know, challenging. Those are things that, for example, talking about consistency. Before now, when I was working full time with, we used to do to camp, to talk to core members about our professional programs. So personally, for myself, I don't like to walk very far from where I stay. So if my office moved from, for example, my office is here, my office moved from around this side, maybe move to Kuje, I'll back to Kuje. Don't mind, I'll back to Kuje. My office moved from here to Kubo, I'll back to Kubo. I'll go and move to a house around Kubo. I don't like to, max 15 minutes drive, I should be in the office. That's my traffic, that's why I must stay in Lagos. But I have tried, even my current job is requires me to be in Lagos all the time. Every time I always push it back to Abuja, I can't stay in Lagos. You know, traffic is something I can't do. So whatever happens, what now happens is that time when we're always going to camp. So what I do is whenever we're in camp, I move from here to the family house I stay in Kubwa, so that I can be just close to the camp. Because then we stay in camp for the rest of the 21 days you guys are in camp. We stay at least 18 days because we come Monday to Saturday every day talking to come members individually as a group about our professional program. So that they no longer do that, at least after COVID, they no longer do that. But before COVID, we are allowed, just like Mami Markets, where you guys are there in camp there, Mami Markets. We have a stand in Mami Markets where the corporate members come, ask about our professional program, we explain to them and get them convinced to sign up for our programs and all that. So there's a place I eat whenever I'm in camp. That place, when I go there, like I just come back, the place is just opposite the house. I just come up from the gates, cross to the main road and eat. One day I went there to eat, there was no food. So I had to check a distance from here to like maybe that traffic light in FCDA. That's FCDA traffic light, that distance. I had to check that distance to get food. So when I went there, I saw normal Mama restaurant. So when I was done eating, in fact, when I walked in, the first thing I noticed was that the young man said, "Oh, I love your tie." Like, "Oh, thank you." And he said, after eating, the young man was like, "Did you enjoy the food?" Like, "Sure, I enjoyed it." But they say, imagine regular Mama Put restaurants asking you, "Did you enjoy the food?" I was wild. I'm like, "No, this is not Nigeria." You know what that thing made me? Just that singular act made me. Instead of me to just cross over to the other side and eat food, I'd rather trek that distance, go there. Any day I don't have friend, I enter Okada and get to the place and go and eat in that guy's restaurant. You know, this became weeks became months. Kept on doing all of that. Whenever I'm in camp, I go there to eat. So there was one period I came and I tasted that food was not First, I noticed that the guy did not even do, oh, I love your package. It was just, he had a lot of customers. Plenty customers were there and all of that. You see the number of people that was. It wasn't like that before, you know. So I noticed that the guy didn't even say, I love your child. I just still say, maybe he's just too busy and all of that. I made excuses for him. I tasted the food. It wasn't like normal food I used to eat. It was some anyhow. Like, sometimes when you cook, mistakes happen and all of that. So it's forgiving. First time, second time, third time, fourth time. I'm very observant person when it comes to customer service. When I go to a new place, I observe their customer service generally. I use it to learn so that when I'm teaching, I'll be able to use that as instances. So I called him and I said, come on, my father. It's so food. Very quiet. So as I was saying it, thinking I was talking to him alone, I didn't know that there was somebody, the other that was sitting across the table, was hearing what we were talking about. And he said, yeah, that's how they used to do. And they now have a lot of customers now. Even before they used to ask, did you enjoy the meal? Now they stop asking, did you enjoy the meal? So I'm not the only one that noticed that they stopped asking people, did you enjoy the meal? They stopped, giving compliments and all of those things. Long and short of the story, that was the last time I went to that show. The lack of consistency. Do you think if tomorrow I have a friend that comes into Abuja, maybe he's living in Kuba or something, do you think I will tell him, go to asking me, how far away did they chop for this size? Do you think I will tell him to go to that place to go and eat? No, I won't, because in my head, I don't know whether this guy will go there and mess my friend up. So I can't refer my friends to him. So, because of what? Consistency. And it happens in most Nigerian businesses, including the one I work for, the one I told you guys about, the work experience and all of that. Because we saw that the customers were coming plenty and all of that, we now lost our time. Consistency is important. And when you're not consistent, customers want that consistency. Let me use another example for you. If you buy a TM shirt, for example, buy a TM shirt, and the first time you're wearing it, you raise your hand like this, it's here. What would you say? Fake one. Say don't give me fake one. You blame Abba Boys. You will not blame TM Lewin. Because TM Lewin has had a reputation over time to make quality clothes. So instead of you to blame, it is a production error from TM. And it's possibly it's a production error from TM Lewin. But because it's TM Lewin, it cannot be. Abba Boys don't go do this one. So you blame Abba Boys. Because they have over time have seen there's a level of consistency in their whatever they are producing, whatever you bought from them and all of that. So customers want that consistency because if you're not consistent, you're not reliable, they can't rely on you. And if they can't rely on you, you're not predictable. Those are the things customers want. Next thing customers want is value, not necessarily the best price. Value. Customers want value. We'll talk about value. We're talking about if I buy 1 naira something, I want to get 1 naira value. If I'm going to get anything other than 1 naira value, it has to be 1 naira 10 kobo value, not 90 kobo. No, I want what value for every single dime I'm spending in your business. So it's not about the best price. That is why someone can afford to go to Hilton and buy a bottle of water for 1,000 something, and that same bottle of water is sold in traffic for 150. But air condition will blow you when you drink the water for traffic. No. But when you go to Hilton, you can be using and be bragging. You can snap picture of Hilton and tell your friends, I'm in Hilton. I only want one bottle of water you buy. So that's idea of that societal, pressure and the rest of them. That is why people go to clubs and they first of all, they know that maybe that one bottle of drink they buy will not be enough for them to get them high, for them to dance. They will stay outside, drink well, they drink all the beer, drink all the alcohol that they can buy from outside, very well, get high. They'll just come to the club, open one bottle of drink. And the whole idea is they also do what feel that okay, when we talk and they're feeling good and all. So it's not necessarily about what the money is about, the value. So you want to get value for whatever it is they're spending, not just the best price. So even if they're paying premium for it, they want to get premium value from it. So those are things customers want. The next thing customers want is reasonable simplicity. No hurdles, reasonable simplicity. In Entrepreneurship 101, one of the things that they teach in Entrepreneurship 101 is citing of your businesses. So when your business, before you set up a business, you have to say location of your business, right? It's one of the considerations. You need to put it in place where people can access your business, accessibility. So reasonable simplicity is also the same thing with accessibility of your business. So if your customers will have to pass through hurdles upon hurdles to access your service and all of that, chances are they will not come back. 80% of us here are core members, right? 80% of us that are in this class are core members. Now imagine if, and as a core member, this course you're doing now, if you're not a core member, you pay 40,000 for the course. You're not a core member. Just one customer service, 40K. I think project management is 55,000. You're not a core member. Just project management alone. And for some of you are getting, you see 15,000 something you're paying for almost 5,000 subscribers. Now, imagine if as cheap as it is, as affordable as it is, because it's the same value you're getting, the same class, like this same class you're attending, the same class that those people that pay 40,000 will attend you. Those people that pay 55,000, the same class you're attending now that you pay 15,500 for 5 courses, the same class you're going, they don't have a special class. The same class you're attending is what they will attend. And then when I say, okay, for us to ascertain that you're a core member, for you to be able to enjoy this scholarship and all of that, you know what you need to do? You need to get a written approval from your CDS supervisor that you're a core member. And after getting your CDS supervisor approval, you need to get your LGI approval, you get your ZI approval, then finally you get the state coordinator's approval. Before we can ascertain whether you're a core member. How many of you been in this class? How many of you in this class?
Think of the stress, you know, what you can get.
Now, let's say out of 10 of you, maybe one person, because there are people who can go through because they've seen what they lost or what they will lose if they don't. Because like when I used to say like talk to core members about there were people I met and I said, oh, HSC, I'm good. You know, there was a job I was supposed to get because I did not have HSC certification, I didn't get a job. That kind of person, if you tell him to go and get his approval, he will go and get it. Because he knows how much they charge him to do it out there and all that. So that is what we're talking about. But as much as even if your product is cheap, customers want reasonable simplicity. You can't put them in, they have to jump through hoops. Like, how many of you try let's use another instance. How many of you you want to withdraw money with your ATM card, for example? How many of you try first time, you don't come out, second time, you don't come out? How many of you try the third and fourth time? Swallow the card. Why are you scared of the machine swallowing your card? That is it. So if the banks know that it is stressful and all of that, what is wrong with I bring my ID card, this is my ATM, this is my card, give me. Because there's somebody behind there that can just bring that card will just fall out. You should give me my card, let me go. But they have to make me go through. I stayed for 2 whole years without ATM card, no ATM card. Because I don't have the time to go to bank and say I want to get ATM card and all of that for 2 whole years. Because of all those stress that banks will put you through. So nobody wants to, every business, you must build your business in such a way that you don't do what? You don't put different hurdles. Customers have to go through this, to go through this, to go through this, to go through this before they can access your service. What is that? Is their life depend on it? If their life is dependent on it, that's the only time that they can do what they want to go through all of these numerous things and you put into them to do and all that before they can access your services or your products. Those are the things customers want. The next thing customers want is speed. Customers want speed. They want to be attended to quickly, as fast as possible. Nobody wants to waste time. Don't waste them. Don't waste their time. Everybody, it's like this part of the world. Everybody's in a haste. Everybody's rushing. Another thing customers want is confidentiality. Confidentiality. I just came to. I was just diagnosed with HIV. Before I left the facility, we were getting to my street. I don't need see that boy today. Get HIV. Okay. What do you think will happen? Really? So, and then some of you who you are working for somebody, like imagine your friend, okay, you work in front desk, you have access to customer information and all of that. If a friend of yours that came to visit you in the office, and someone very beautiful girl as your client, that tells you, go, give me his number now. You know how guys do it. Give me his number, give me a number, give me a number. You now carry client's number and give your friend to be calling. What's that? Those are confidential information. Or you work in the hospital, you now come, you say, Mr. Okafor, your HIV result is out. In front desk. Your HIV. Customers need their information confidential. Even as much as owing, the customer is owing. You'll be like, hey, so you'll be owing, every time you're owing us. What's that? You can call this customer privately inside and talk to the customer about his debts and all of that. Instead of embarrassing the customer and then not being carrying the information everywhere. All right. Finally, the last thing that customers want is a sense of importance. Customers want a sense of importance. A sense of importance. Every customer wants a sense of importance. And that sense of importance is communicated through your action, not by mere words, through your actions. I know a lot of young people here, a lot of people not like Siwaju. But Siwaju walks into this place. How will this place be like? Will you stand up? You greet him. Eh? You're indifferent. You're indifferent about him. Will you stand up? Almost all of you will stand up. If not everybody, everybody will go up, will stand up to greet him. Even though you don't like him. Because you're seeing him as what? As VIP. That is how you must treat all your customers. Because they are VIPs. So you have to, but the point is that if you don't treat them, that sense of importance is who you greet them. Customer, imagine the customer comes, you cross your leg. Hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you today? You greet hello. Hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you today? Hello, good afternoon, sir. How are you today? Hope you're fine. Two different things. Who do you think the person you cross leg to say hello, good afternoon, sir, how are you today? And the one you stood up to greet, who do you think will feel more sense of importance? So the sense of importance you should give your customers is through your actions. There are people where banks they open bank for Sunday. They open banks for them on Sunday to do transaction, but those of us, once it's 4 o'clock, they don't take us from bank. On work day, 4 o'clock, say, okay, you never finish what they do now. Okay, do now, I want close. If you want to go and make withdrawal, they say go and use withdrawal slip. But there are people that will just sign their signature and you give them money. So the point we're trying to make is as much as these people are not paying as much premium as the other persons who you think, we know that there's always going to be that level of discrepancy, inequality, and all of that. We should never be visible. But because of that sense of importance, was the reason in my former place of work, we don't collect tips from clients. Clients are not allowed to tip our staff. What's the reason? Like if they fire people, they suspended people because of tips. The client tips you, they fire you, you collect. You don't collect it from clients. And the funny thing is that the company is a place where you meet people who are ready and willing to tip you all the time, but you're not allowed to collect it. So don't ask our MD, why don't you want this customer? Like there was one that came one day and wanted to give for Christmas, like this period, and wanted to give money to all the staff. Gave the company 5 million, 5 million so that they can share. We're about how many at that point? Not even reach 40. We wanted to share the 5 million amongst all the staff in the company at that time. And the MD said, no, we don't accept tips. Christmas. He didn't accept it. We're angry and all of that, but the MD told us why. It's because if I ask you for something now, if you work in a place where You work in a place where he comes, anytime he comes, he finds you 1K. Anytime she comes, he tells you, thank you. If the two of them come at the same time, who will you attend to first? Eh? Who will you attend to first? It's as simple as that. That's the person you attend to, that's the person you put all your attention, you abandon this other guy. And he happened, he played out because there was one time when the former governor, Adamawa, came to the office, came to do this. If you see the way they were dragging, it's the massage therapists were dragging to be the one to massage him out. Because you know that if you massage him finish, you give you one bundle as privately on your own. You see the way they were dragging. I want to be the one. There were other clients who were waiting for massage, but they were dragging to be the one to massage the man. So those are the things that happen because of what? When customers, you need to be able to give them. Imagine if you are the one, you're in a place where they are dragging to massage one person and they're not giving you their standing. How would you feel? Will you feel that you're important? You feel that this man is more important than you? Are we communicating? All right. Do you have any question? Any question? Okay. He has more shares
than you, and he has control in the business more than you. It's a kind of person like so brutal, so arrogant, and customers are complaining about so what we do because like the time I'm an engineer and the person I work with my brother, that is how the it's when it's not in the office, in the shop, brother, customer will come and say after the brother, they are talking about. And I tried to convince especially my brother to change, but he couldn't say that. That is not his own lifestyle. So in this scenario, what should I do like to maintain it?
Okay, well, the thing is that there's really not much you can do. He has a controlling interest, you can't fire him. That's the truth. That's a controlling interest in companies, you can't fire him. And because you cannot fire him, what you can now do is find a way around either set up your own business and implement what you need, or you find a way to still keep talking to him. Put up scenarios, asking people for courses. Maybe he will see a reason. Some videos, you can be sharing some videos of customer service videos with him. Just share it sometimes. Well, I like this video, just watch it. You're not telling him that this is what you give to your customer. Just try to watch it and all that. But there's really nothing you can do. That's the honest truth. You can't, except maybe there are other shareholders that you guys can come together and do a postal takeover and fire him out of the business. That's the only way. You can't still come there and then argue with him in front of the customer. Wrong. But you still want it to make him see reasons why you can do the presentation. You can just do like a thread of how you guys have lost, the number of customers you guys have lost because of the way he acts and all of that. And make presentation for him. So maybe your annual meeting, your AGM now. This annual general meeting, which every company is in their AGM already. So maybe your own annual general meeting, you can come and make a presentation. Say, this is the reason why we'll be losing this amount of customers because of this. If he has the intentions, the good intentions of the company, he will adjust. Yes, any question? Any other question? All right, guys. Thank you very much for your active participation. I'll see us next week. Those of us online, do you have any question?
No, sir. No, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I'll see you. Please attendance.
Okay.